Guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. Something exciting today. Not just any workouts. We are back in with Kuba and Meg to train upper body today in Dungeon. Kuba and Meg arrived out on Monday, so it is time to link back up for a few workouts across this week while they're here. It has been since the middle of August since Kuba and I trained together, and I haven't seen him since then either, so it is a long overdue workout. Yes. Good. Oh yeah. Big man. Sorry, mate. What's your little on that? On the twine? Yeah. 2 plates, middle, 2 plates top, and it's heavy.
3 working sets. Cross-body extension. 2 working sets on the prime. Then with the back portion of the workout. Then delts. He won't do any rear delt, but I will. And when I do rear delt, he will do overhead extension for his long head of the tricep.
So full upper session.
Upper session, but slight difference. I'm doing torsos, so basically I'm doing chest, back and shoulders. He's doing tricep, back, chest. Because he does have a little bit different needs to me. Tomorrow, we will do some bicep and legs, so stay tuned.
So we're trying upper lower this week, and potentially doing this going forward as well. So take you through this session, and I'll give you a bit more of an explanation later on as well. Easy. Yes. For me on this, 3 sets cross body, 2 sets there, do 110, 12 reps, 11 reps. I'll keep the weight the exact same, and wait towards I'll hit 9 or 10 reps with that same weight as well. Right gang, so taking you through the session, giving you a bit of an explanation of what's happening as well. Obviously, as you heard, an upper lower split has been deployed. Okay, so this is the first upper session of this split that we're running. So I started off with 3 sets of cross body extensions for triceps. Kuba started off with the Smith press. Then we linked in and we done the incline prime press. So this was 2 sets. Obviously here we're just warming up and just kind of getting in the groove and seeing what the working weight is going to be. So upper wise, it's been coming up a lot faster than the lower over the past while. So we said we'd trial this, and Kuba actually may run this himself as well, because it's actually been running pretty well across this week. So I think he's going to trial it as well. But for me, basically the way we're going to run this is upper lower rest, and just keep repeating that cycle. So 2 upper sessions, 2 lower sessions. This is the first upper session, and in the next video you'll see the first lower session. So it means legs every 3rd day or so, and upper every 3rd day. So this is the first set of the incline press here in this upper session. So I done 1 set, I think I got 8 reps. Then the second set, I took a 20 off the middle, put it on top. And done a second set, and I got 8 reps again, I think. So 2 sets here in around the 8 to 10 rep range. But yes, upper definitely growing a lot more than the lower at the moment. So by bringing more frequency in with the lower, I'm hoping that's obviously a greater opportunity to train legs more frequently, which will see them come up a little bit more. However, the only caveat is if they don't recover enough or on time, that will not lead to more progression. So it's a balancing act here of seeing, okay, can I have the volume low so I can recover for the next leg session? Like, is this going to click? And I think it will, because I think that the volume in the sessions in terms of the amount of sets I'm doing for legs is pretty low. So I'm hoping after 2 days on a tour day, I'll be recovered to be able to train again, but only time shall tell. And then what I'm doing is triceps at the start of an upper session, because I've been doing that with push all along, and it's definitely been helping with my arms. And then biceps, I'm actually doing biceps then on a leg day, so before the leg session. So pretty much arms every day. So this is Kuba's second set of the incline prime. Meg doesn't really train upper because her upper just blows up. So she didn't actually do the session with us. She kind of done some of her own bits and then just kind of spotted us in between as well, which is always fantastic. It was great to have her back in as well. But this was a later session than usual too, because Kuba was staying on UK time. So we actually trained for me it was 3 o'clock, which is fucking crazy. I felt like I was nearly going to sleep before the session even began. But it's worth it this week. And then next week back into routine with normal training times, which for me is in around 11:30. It's fucking perfect. So third exercise up, single arm cable row. So starting off with tricep, then onto chest, then onto back. So we've done 3 back movements. The first being a single arm cable row, the second being a single arm lat pull down, and the third being an upper back row, which you'll see in a second as well. So here, again, we're just working through some warm-ups. We done 2 warm-ups each, and then we went into our working set. So what we like to do here when we're training any single arm or single leg stuff is I will do one arm, Kuba will do one arm. I will do opposite arm, Kuba will do opposite arm. And we won't do 2 arms, we'll just switch after each arm, which gives us an opportunity to rest in between each arm to make sure each arm or each leg, if it's leg work, is it's like a new set. It's like you're fully recovered and you're ready to give absolutely everything to that next arm again. Does that make sense? So here we ran 2 sets. The first set I done on the stack, I done 180, which I done for 11 reps the first set, and then I kept the weight the same for the second set, and I done 9 reps. That's one little tip as well. If you are doing the same weight for 2 sets or 3 sets, and you're getting the same weight or same reps on every set, the weight is too light for you, and you're not training to failure. Because if I'm taking it to failure on the first set, there's no way my body is going to be able to do the same reps in the second, because I'm already quite fucking fatigued from that first set. So bear that in mind. That's a little telltale sign that, or if you aren't training to failure. So here, 1Q, reaching forward, but scraping the elbow down off the floor and then up in front of me. And that forces my shoulder down, more tension through the lat, and it allows me to keep that tension on through the whole fucking sets. So yeah, I am very basic. This is a simple movement. It's a cable, it's a bench, okay? There's loads of machines in here, but when something feels good, when it clicks, I just like running it. So yes, there's other pieces of kit for single arm stuff, but I don't get shiny object syndrome. And what that means is you see something else or you see something different and you're like, oh, I have to try that. No, if something feels good, you better believe I'm just running that until it fucking doesn't. Next exercise, like I said, single arm pull down. So again, here, we're well warmed up by now. You know, the lats are on fire, they have plenty of blood in them. So basically all we have to do here is touch one warm-up set. So we put 3 plates on, we've done maybe 4 or 5 reps each arm, and then we're like, right, you know what, let's go 3.5 plates and let's work with that. And then we both worked with 3.5 for the 4 sets, and then for the second set, we pulled it back to 3 plates. So I done 8 reps with 3.5, and I done 10 reps with 3. I see people doing 5 plates on this. It's crazy. I look at some people's strength sometimes, I'm like, what the fuck? It's absolutely nuts. But again, own lane, own game. I used to do 4.5, 5, but I would not use my lats at all. And that's when my back was the smallest. So could I lift heavier before? Yes. Was I growing? No. Because you get into your heads, these guys are doing that weight, so I must be doing that weight. But what you don't realize is these guys are actually that strong, they're able to use the muscle with that weight. I fucking wasn't able to. So ask yourself that as well. Are you using the muscle? Oh, it's getting as strong as you possibly can with using the muscle to move the weights. That's one thing you have to bear in mind. Ignore what others are doing, focus on what you can fucking handle. And don't be afraid to push the boundaries once the muscle is actually working. So that was, well, this is the second back exercise, and then into the prime upper back row after this. With upper, at this stage, I was like, you know what? I like this. My chest was fucking fired up. Everything was really fucking full and pumped, but everything felt strong. That press felt strong, these rows felt strong, these pull downs felt strong. So that's what I found during this session, is that every exercise I went into, I still felt pretty fresh. Like I had a crazy pump and the muscle felt worked, but I didn't feel super fatigued, and I felt like I could give everything to that exercise. So far so good. Then prime row here. Kuba actually made a little adjustment here. This is my warm-up say here. He made me push the chest pad in a little bit, which made it a lot more difficult for me in the stretch as well. So I actually didn't go as heavy as, again, this is another thing. You can be on the same piece of equipment, but if you change the setting or the seat position or whatever, it turns into a completely different exercise. So I pushed the pad forwards and I actually done a little bit less weight, but it doesn't mean I'm any weaker, etc., or fucking lost muscle. No, it's literally just a completely different exercise, and it's targeting my back completely differently just because of that position the seat's in. So bear that in mind. So here for me, it was just one working sets. Aiming for like 8 to 10. No, I only got 6 on this, 6.5, I think, because the setup, I was not expecting to be that heavy. So then I'll just hold that weight and I'll just build that up now into that 8 to 10 rep range for the next couple of sessions. I think Kuba done 2 sets here, 3 sets actually, because he didn't do any extra tricep work at the ends that I done. So Meg actually jumped in with us with this as well. Meg is strong, and in the leg session in the next video, you'll see that she is stronger than me on some things, which is quite fucking disheartening, but it is what it is. It's motivation more than anything. After this, right, I went into a shrug. Now the shrug, I've nailed that. I've done the row, I've done the pull down, I've done the upper back row. I always like to do this where I finish off where, if it's not an actual shrug exercise, the end of my row set, I will finish off with a few shrugs and just retraction, because my upper back is fried, but I still have a little bit more on my traps. Like, that's your posterior chain, that's still my back. And don't forget, traps isn't this, traps is this back. So I like to finish off with either shrugs, like at the end of like my last set of upper back, or else actually doing one set of shrug then, for me personally. So yeah, this, as you can see, it was heavy, it was a shock, but it definitely felt a lot better with the chest pad in a little bit more as well. So I'm looking forward to running this again next time. And the second time you run something that's a bit new, it always feels more comfortable. You always feel a lot stronger. So I think next time I'll get in my groove a little bit more with this as well. So that is, and then Kuba's third set as well. If you've used the prime, you will know that initial lift up, 9 times out of 10, you need someone to kind of pull that up with you as well. Otherwise, you're using so much energy to try and lift it yourself, that's just going to take away from your set. That's one thing. There's some things, right, if you have a training partner or training with someone, if there's exercise, even like a T-bar, or like, if there's anything that's difficult to kind of unrack or take energy yourself, just get someone to do it for you that you're training with. Because that way, you can't do it yourself, but if you can save that bit of energy, lifting it off, and you can use that then in your set, amazing. Now this is the shrug we done, T-bar. You can go quite heavy with this, and again, I'm literally thinking about, you'll see shoulder blades pinning back. It's not up for traps. I'm literally, see traps contracting? I'm literally retracting like up and back, right up into my fucking neck, basically. So this was the last of the back exercises to really finish off back in this session. And then we went on to kind of some isolation bits with flies, with laterals, and then finishing off with tricep work as well. So all in all, okay, it was it was 4 sets of chest altogether, because I'm going to do 2 sets of flies in a second after this. It was 4 sets of lats, so the single arm cable row and the pull down, 1 set of upper back, and then 1 set of trap, and then tricep. In total, 5 sets, 3 sets crossbody, 2 sets overhead at the end, and then 2 sets of side delts. So that is full upper body hits. And again, not crazy amount of sets for each exercise or each body part, but I have upper again in 3 days time. So what you're doing in each session for each body part's a little bit less, but it means then you can stimulate that muscle more frequently throughout the week. So when you break it down, I'm training upper body like 3 times a week. I'm training everything chest, delts. I'm training everything 3 times a week, and even legs as well, with the way it works out, 3 times a week. So more frequency, but a little less volume in each of the sessions in terms of number of sets. These flies, we actually tried the pec deck, but honestly, I love a cable fly. I have the pec deck in the other session, and it's nice just for some variety, but I love a cable fly with a close cable stack. A cable fly with like a wide cable stack feels a lot different. It doesn't necessarily feel as good, so a close cable stack is absolutely banging. All tension is just nailed down on the chest every fucking single rep. Again, one thing I like doing here, I think about reaching away. So when I come into the stretch, rather than having a big bend, there is a bend in my arm, because I'm not going to lock it out completely. But when I'm coming into the stretch, I'm thinking about pushing my hands away and trying to open up as much as I can. Because if I have like the arms bent, I feel like I can't get much of a stretch, and it's almost more of a press. And I've already done the pressing, so I want to turn this into a fly. Now, after this, after side laterals, Kuba done rear delts while I was doing tricep overhead extension, because even though, and it's the same back in Ultraflex as well, even though we train together, we both need similar things, but a little bit of discrepancies as well, where he doesn't need any more arm, I need a lot more arm. So things like this where, he'll do more sets across a certain body part that he wants to come up more, and then I'll add more onto body parts like arms for me that I need to really see come up a lot more as well. Does that make sense? So again, it's doing what's needed for me. I could look and be like, oh, they're doing that, I want to do that as well. But ultimately, it's what do I need? What do I need to do at this moment of time for my physique? So yes, most of the things link in, but there's certain things that we dip off and, do on our own. So this is what I say, look at your physique, focus on what you need, and try avoid the noise of what other people are doing. Because what other people are doing, you can take ideas and maybe inspiration, etc., but never try and copy someone like for like, because, if you are trying to develop your physique, you may need different improvements. You may need different body parts to jump forward. So bear that in mind. This side lateral we done, right? This is the first time ever doing a lying cuffed single arm. Always, anytime I'm doing a lying cuff, I do dual arm. This felt really fucking good. Now, I would say most people don't bother, because dual, it's going to save you time, and it's absolutely perfect. It's an amazing exercise. But for me, I have, again, a discrepancy with one side to the other. So when I contract my right side, it feels so much different to my left. My left doesn't contract as easy, and my trap takes over a lot. So when I'm doing single arm here, I can really put myself in a position where it really fucking just isolated the delts. So I'm gonna maybe try dual arm next time and see, right, can I replicate that? And if not, I will just do single arm again, because it felt really fucking good. But again, like I said, from a time perspective, you'd rather do dual arm. You can do dual arm with anything. From a time efficiency perspective, it's just going to be a lot easier and run a lot smoother for you. But this did feel excellent. So upper session, in 3 days' time, we will do upper again, but obviously slightly different exercises. And instead of starting off with like a tricep and a press, I'll do tricep and then I'll do a pull down to start off. I'll start off with more back and then go into chest work. So just kind of a little bit of a difference with the upper sessions, which I'll take you through, but that is upper session number 1. I think it'll take me a few weeks to really get in my groove with this and see, right, how do things feel? What's working? What's not? Am I liking it? Am I recovering? And who knows? I may revert back to what I've been doing. Okay, but I think it's very easy to just disregard something else because we're like, oh, fuck it, I'm doing this. But I'm like, okay, you know what? I need more leg. Something's going to have to change. Let's see if we can make any adjustments here to make them improvements. So let's see what happens. Let's see. But it's a good session. It was really fucking cool to get back in with Kuba and Meg. It's, like I said before, it's difficult to train. Like when you're training with someone, it takes a while of training with someone for them to kind of understand where your failure points are, how you want to be spotted, what weight you're using. So I think when you're training with someone that you've trained with a lot, you don't even have to talk. You just kind of know. So it's definitely nice. However, I have had some really good sessions out here with a key feature today. I trained with a good friend of mine, one of my old clients, Ben, the other day as well. That was a great session. So yeah, it's I do like training with people from time to time, but has to be the right person. And I do really enjoy training on my own as well at the moment. So, but Kuba, even though he's only here for the week, he'll be out. I won't say when, but we will link back up and then it's business as usual. So cracking first session, 3 more sessions across this week. I'll fill you in. Leg day next. We will go to Benus. So that's a new gym for you to see, which I will take you through because a lot of gyms over here. So anytime I go to something new, I will take you along so you can see what the gyms are like here if you haven't been yourself. I appreciate you watching, guys. Thank you very much. As always, I hope you liked. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.